Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood.
Whatever gets you through the night, it's all right.
And now, a guy who's accepting of all but confused by pronouns, Pete Schwaba.
Well, welcome to Nite. Did I write that? That does not sound like one of mine.
That one came out of nowhere.
I think Todd slipped that in as a joke. Kind of a parting gift, maybe. Hey, welcome to Nite, folks. It doesn't matter. We're here to have fun tonight. Welcome to Nite. It is a Thursday night edition. This is, as we like to call it, the Christmas Eve of weeknights. Beautiful Thursday night here in the state of Wisconsin. A little more chilly today, but that's okay. We had a great day here in Green Bay. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are in our wonderful state, and hope you are ready for some Nite. We've got a great show tonight. It's Thursday, which means we make the popcorn pick of the week. And here to do that tonight, or he will be here shortly, is Trevor Klumpner, a Northeast Wisconsin-based comedian. He's got some big news about a comedy show coming up. He's going to give us a popcorn pick, a movie we can all check out, and it'll be fun to see Trevor again. He was here a few months ago. We had a nice time. And then at 7:20, our pal Matt Miller, Milwaukee-based film critic, joins me to talk about movies and some of the films he's seen and what we can expect. We are getting close to the holidays, and there's actually some really good films coming out in November, which should make up for some of the slowness at the box office in October. So Matt will be here at 7:20. Two great guests. Very excited to talk to both these guys tonight. On the other side of the glass, as usual, as per usual, Conrad Krieger. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Oh, man, I'm out of breath. You know what happened? I couldn't find a coffee cup. I sprinted 20 feet, and now I feel like I'm winded. I need a nap.
I think it, might have been those donuts.
I had three. It's so funny that yesterday was our donut question. And I got off my schedule because I came down here today. I came down a little early because I wanted to see the Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere movie on the big screen. And I managed to do that. I saw it here in Green Bay at Bay Park Square. It was great. I liked the movie, but I got off my eating schedule. So I stopped and I got a sandwich at a place. I won't say the name of this place, but man, it's like, this is going to sound really cheesy, but when you make a sandwich, make it with care. Make it like I'm your son and you're sending me to school and you want me to look good in front of all the other kids when I open my sandwich. I opened the sandwich. It looked like someone had a food fight in the sandwich. It was like the person who made the sandwich took their fist and just threw it on the sandwich, and it was just nuts.
I'll say, so I've gone to that place before.
Where I ate tonight?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I've been there. And the last time I was there, the person goes, I put some extra love in it.
Oh, that's not good.
I was like, what? Extra ham. I'm like, oh, thanks.
That could be taken the wrong way, too. I don't know if I want you to put love in my sandwich. I just want the ingredients.
Weird way to phrase, I could have just said, I put some extra ham in there for you.
How about just, here, I made your sandwich.
I put some extra love in this. I'm like, you know what? You can keep it.
That
I
is
already paid,
really
but you can keep it.
Yeah, go ahead. You love that sandwich all you want. What kind of sandwich? Just a ham sandwich?
That's ham, Swiss, and some bacon, some cucumbers.
It's a serious,
some lettuce,
it's a serious
some
pork
pickles.
sandwich.
No mayo, though.
I don't even know what to do because I got pesto mayo, which I like. I typically like pesto in just about everything except pesto. And I open it and I like, it was so messy. I need a fork. You know what I mean? Like I need to cut the sandwich with a knife because there's nowhere I could attack it where I'm not going to have mayo all over my fingers.
See, I don't get mayo in my sandwiches anymore for that reason.
Because it's too messy?
Because it gets everywhere.
What, do you just have a dry sandwich then?
Well, I mean, the vegetables kind of make it a little juicier.
Yeah.
Pickles, tomatoes.
Okay. I need something. I don't eat sandwiches very often, but when I do, I need something to hold it together.
If I'm at home and I'm making a sandwich, I'm putting that honey mustard, that cherry honey mustard on it.
You still have some of that?
Well, I got a new one.
Oh, you got to tell me where you get that. I really want to try
It's
that.
in Door County.
Would it kill you to just bring a jar in for your old pal Petey? I would love to try.
Well, now that you said it like that, I don't.
and bring it and put some love in it too.
I made this with extra love for you, Pete.
That's so horrible. That is so creepy. Here's your sandwich. I put some extra love in there for you. Unnecessary. I just like it how it is on the menu. No extracurriculars. All right, so fun show tonight, and we have this is kind of a big night because, well, it wasn't just announced just a couple days ago, but the sexiest man alive has been named. Yeah. Yes, Conrad.
Just
You were
one
like
second.
You were like giving me the stop sign. What did I say?
You know, as it's a big day because it was
National Saxophone Day? Is that what you're getting at?
No. No, I was saying for the sexiest man of the year. Wasn't it last year Paul Rudd, right?
Oh, no, I don't know. Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was Paul Rudd last year.
I mean, that's you know what? That's a good choice. I mean,
I would have went, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but
you have kind of a man crush on him, and that's fine. We all have our...
maybe I would have, who knows what my answer is, but...
Did you put one on social media?
I did.
They're
but
not coming up for me.
It's kind of not an actual answer.
Okay.
I put a funny answer.
I have to go to that page because I can't find it right now. But before we get to that, before we get to the sexiest man, I think it's important that we honor another national day. Thank you to, and here to help us do it is Homer Simpson. It is National Saxophone Day, and Homer has two different ways he's referred to a saxophone.
What I wouldn't give to hear Lisa play another one of her jazzy tunes. Saxophone, saxophone. Oh.
I miss the way Bart would say something and then say dude.
I wish I knew something about the baby I could miss now.
So great.
The way
You got the other one?
Yeah, I do. Do you want me to play right
go
away?
for it, yeah.
the way you used to feel about your honkama flute.
What does that mean?
Your honk of a flute. Oh, I have a buddy that always used to say that because I think my daughter played the saxophone for like 3 months. She played the cello for like 4 days. And then she played the saxophone for about, I don't know, like a week or something. And he called out that saxophone thing. I love it.
It's great.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So saxophone, honk-em a flute. Feel free to share any other names you have for the saxophone. It is National Saxophone Day. And if you have a saxophone story, this is a show where we deal with entertainment on a nightly basis. Local, national, wherever, worldwide. Share your saxophone or your honk-em a flute story, and we will share it. The phone lines are open at 855-752-4842, 855-75-Civic. All right, so I think it is time, without further ado, that we get to our Nightlight question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Okay, I have a question. Questions?
This question.
Domanda. Question.
Question.
Questions.
Who do you think is the sexiest man alive? People magazine named I think there have been 37 sexiest men alive, and this started in 1985. There are 4 repeaters.
That sounds awful, you saying it like that.
4 repeaters. Why? Because my name's Peter. Yeah, so who do you think is the sexiest man alive? That is tonight's question of the night. You can let us know at 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can text us on the app, or you can drop us a stream comment if you're watching the radio on YouTube, Facebook, or X. And give us a like or a follow there, folks. It's just a click. We love to get your likes and follows if you are following the show tonight on any of those platforms. I'm going to say, I just mentioned I came down here and I saw Springsteen today. I wanted to catch it before it left theaters. I don't know that it's leaving theaters, but this is a Thursday. I thought I better not chance it. So I'm going to say Springsteen. He's one of my idols, and I'll say Bruce. He's got a cool charisma that is, in my opinion, unparalleled. Handsome enough guy, but he's just got a vibe and an energy that is unparalleled in rock and roll, in my opinion. Springsteen is basically, and the E Street Band, they are a bar band, and they sell out 100,000 seat arenas. To this day, he packs in those kind of crowds. And they don't have a lot of bells and whistles. It's dudes playing and dudettes. That's incredible. Like U2 is great too. I love U2. They have light shows and all this kinds of, and it's fun. It's great. But man, Springsteen keeps it real. They are a bar band playing 100,000 seat auditoriums or stadiums, I should say. So my vote is Bruce. What about you, Con?
Jonathan Luran.
All right, explain.
All right, so if you look on the stream,
Oh yeah,
it's the guy from Grown Ups who was the cross.
that's a handsome fella.
He talks so weird.
You know what? I noticed when you put the picture up in the stream, my name gets cut off, and it looks like Pete. It looks like Pete Schwat.
It does.
I might change my name to that. That sounds kind of cool. All right, so you went funny. You went with the kind of a humor or kind of a goof thing, and that's fine. Humor is very sexy, I've been told. So say the name again.
Jonathan Luran?
Jonathan Luran. Okay.
Maybe that's how you. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his last name.
Hey, man, if you're going to call him the sexiest man alive, you got to know how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah,
I don't have very many prerequisites
Yeah.
here, but so let us know, folks, who you think is the sexiest man alive. There have been 4 two-time winners. I'll say that instead of repeaters. Brad Pitt, which, okay, that makes sense. He is universally probably considered one of our most handsome fellows. Johnny Depp, okay. You know, but the thing about those guys is, yes, they're both good looking, but they're both good actors as well. They have a talent. One of the other ones is Richard Gere, but he shared the title with his then wife, Cindy Crawford. They were sexiest couple one year, so he has an asterisk next to it, and then he won another year. And then George Clooney is one. Two-time winner. I find that peculiar. I don't think I could see him being a one-time winner. He's a handsome guy, good actor. Seems like an okay guy. I ever tell you I missed the opportunity to go play basketball at his house once?
No.
I lived in L.A. There was a guy who went up, and he lived like a mile away from me, and he had this great court, I guess. And I thought there'd be other opportunities. I'm like, not feeling it today. I missed my chance to. And I would have dominated, man.
I don't know. I feel like he'd have some pretty nice hoop skills.
He probably does. I probably had that attitude like, I'm going to go up there and show these actors how to play hoops. I've done that before, and then I've gotten school, and it's like, oh, okay, they're pretty good basketball players too. Anyway, I don't get that he's a two-time winner. I don't know. That's the only one I would disagree with. I don't feel passionately about it, but I find that kind of strange. So let us know who your sexiest man alive is. My guests tonight are Trevor Klumpner at 6:35. He's going to make the popcorn pick of the week and tell us about a really cool comedy event. You won't want to miss this if you're in Northeast Wisconsin. He's got some inside information. And then our pal Matt Miller is here at 7:20 talking movies and TV like we often do with Matt. I will tell you when we come back about my my experience and what I thought of Deliver Me From Nowhere. I did like it. I kind of agree with the reviews, though, I will say. So I'll do that. And by the way, this year's Sexiest Man Alive, Jonathan Bailey, he was in Bridgerton, first gay man to win. That surprises me. I mean, 35 years. You'd think there would be one. Yeah, whatever. Congratulations to Jonathan Bailey and whoever else you all text in. It's going to be an exciting night. This is Pete Schwaba at Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Let this groove. I got the fuse. It's all right. All right. All right. Let this groove. Sit in the shoes. So stand up. All right. All right. Let me tell you what you can do.
WGBW and WGBW.FM.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Insight Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton, improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit WIinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
When it comes to my lifestyle and diet, I don't always make the smartest choices.
Touchdown! Woo! Hey, how about another round and some more chips?
But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I do make one very smart choice. Active liver tablets from New Nordic. I used to have real issues with my liver. And at my last checkup, my doc was concerned about my numbers. But since adding a once-a-day active liver tablet, my gut's better, I feel great, and my doctor's happy. I ask a lot of my liver, so the least I can do to say thanks is a daily dose of active liver.
We ask a lot of our liver, so give it the support it deserves with an easy daily detox from Active Liver. Made with natural ingredients like turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke, Active Liver helps cleanse and protect your liver so you feel less bloated and more energized. Find Active Liver online at Amazon, Vitacost.com, or iHerb.com. Or pick it up today at CVS, Meijer Grocery, or ShopRite. When your liver is happy, your body is happy. Enjoy life to the fullest with Active Liver.
Who's ready to give back with the pack? It's Amanda with another new Wisco 411, letting you know that Wednesday, November 12th from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m., you can join the American Red Cross at the Green Bay Packers Give Back Community Blood Drive. You can schedule your time online or walk-ins are welcome at the Johnsonville Tailgate Village at Lambeau Field. Plus, all participating donors will receive a free Green Bay Packers giveaway item and a pumpkin pie while supplies last. Learn more about it, head to WGBW.FM and click events.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
I get so lost sometimes.
Welcome back. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba. I am Pete Schwaba, and you've got the Civic Media Radio Network. We've got a lot of cool stuff happening on the show tonight. Kind of a fun question. People Magazine recently announced their sexiest man alive. It is Jonathan Bailey, actor Jonathan Bailey. They started doing this in 1985, and there have been 37 sexiest men alive. I got the snub again. See, Conrad's only been snubbed a few years. He doesn't know what it's like to be snubbed as many times as I have. I say my sexiest man alive is Springsteen. Conrad says this some goofball named Jonathan.
He's in like all the Adam Sandler movies. He's one of those guys that Adam just brings along to have any role. It doesn't matter. He just brings them in.
That's hilarious. Is he always cross-eyed in every movie?
Not everyone, but pretty close.
But he can do that thing. I used to be able to cross one eye. Yeah. He's the sexiness. He's got sex appeal, no question. At least the one eye does. So let us know. Trevor Klumpner will be here at 6:35. He's going to make the popcorn pick of the week and give us information on a really cool comedy event that's coming up. And our pal Matt Miller will be here at 7:20 to talk movies. He's seen some great flicks, and we're going to talk about what's coming up as we get closer to the holidays. That will be fun. I mentioned that I saw Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere. I came to Green Bay a little early today and saw it. You know, I sat in that. I went to Bay Park Square where they have the recliner seats, and it's just a little too comfortable.
I'll say that one time I was watching a movie and I actually laid down, and then I realized how gross it was after. I was like, they'd never clean these.
It is a little like I wore, is that called stadium seating or recliner seating, whatever they call it? I wore clothes that were conducive to sitting in something that might be gross.
Yeah.
Like I wore a pullover that was not fleece or something couldn't stick to it. I'm going to go home and throw it right in the wash because I seriously doubt they wipe those down after every viewing. But I did like Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere. As I've mentioned before many times on the show, I'm a huge Bruce Springsteen fan. And people, it's funny because some publications are saying it's a bomb. It's not a bomb. It's just not, the movie does not have the charisma of its namesake. Like Springsteen is one of the most charismatic, energetic people. He's 75 and still doing these 3-hour shows. It's insane. 76 maybe now. This movie is about a small part of his life where he was dealing with depression. I wouldn't say it's a pick-me-up, but it's how the album Nebraska came to be. And I like Nebraska a lot. And Springsteen insisted on releasing it. And his record company was not happy. He had just done Born to Run and The River. And Born in the USA was a year or two away. And in between there, he released Nebraska, a very cathartic album, dealing with his childhood and his dad. He had a very complicated relationship with his dad. And there were elements of the movie. It was really good. It was a very good movie. I don't know that I loved Jeremy Allen White as Springsteen. I did in the previews and in the trailer. He seems like he kind of looked like him, or they have a similar kind of blue-collar good looks. But Jeremy Allen White is so Jeremy Allen White. He just has such a distinct look. I don't know that I loved him as Springsteen, and it's not like he did a bad job. I just don't know that I totally bought it. Jeremy Strong, however, was unbelievable as Springsteen's manager, John Landau. Just really solid. I would imagine he'll get an Oscar nod for supporting actor. He was great. And a good cast. Stephen Graham plays his dad. Very good. But I kind of agree. I think he got about a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's probably where I would put it. I probably liked it a little more than that, but I knew what to expect when I went in. I wasn't expecting all this concert footage. They did manage to get a studio performance of Born in the USA in there, some concert highlights of Born to Run, so that was kind of cool, but it's just not that kind of movie. Springsteen told the record company he did not want any singles from the album. He did not want his face on the album cover, and he refused to promote the album. And they still released it, and it still sold 3 million copies. I think it was the third highest album of the year without any press, his picture, anything. Some of the songs are depressing. Some of them are outstanding, though. The movie even focused on the lesser-known songs of this lesser-known album, which was interesting. But overall, I have to say, I did like it. And I'm slightly biased because I'm a big Springsteen fan, but I didn't, it's not my favorite movie of the year, but I thought it was good. So there you go. Do with that info what you want, folks. Check it out. It will probably be streaming soon. And, we got sidetracked before because you said something about donuts.
I did.
And I started to say that I went for the donuts because I got off my program today. And I had that sandwich, the Food Fight sandwich. And then I had 3 donut halves of the Glazers because I didn't know who touched what. It was just...
Yeah, you took half of it, put it back, and we're like, wait, which one is it?
Well, Eliza took a half first, and I didn't want to talk. I didn't know, what she's dealing with. I didn't know if she had COVID or what, so I didn't want that half. So I ate another half. Then I went back, and I was like, well, which half is mine? Thinking people are done with these donuts. It's just me and you here now. And I didn't. If I'd known you had wanted a donut, I wouldn't.
No, I don't.
Given you
I had one. I had my limit.
Okay, that's your limit.
But I think Dave Kunish on the stream, he said,
"Yeah,
you're not supposed to look at it. You just eat it."
The donut
and the sandwich. You don't look at the Food Fight sandwich. You just eat it.
I know. It looked like a casserole.
That's your problem. You looked at it.
Well, I have to look at it if I'm going to lift it to my mouth.
No, you can't.
It doesn't have like a pulley system in the break room. Chris Casper, listening on the stream, digging it. He says, "Got to get mayo on the sandwich, Conrad."
No mayo for me. No.
Look, don't argue.
I can't do it.
Do not argue with Casper. I know you can bench you're probably up to 277 now. Casper is a giant.
I had 1 pound
he
on
will
each.
step on you. We are coming right back to make the popcorn pick of the week with our pal Trevor Klumpner. That's next on Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
She's got a silver universe gone quickly for the call of thunder threatens everyone, and I feel like I just got home, and I feel.
From Denmark to De Pere, this is 97.9 WGBW.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. Beginning tomorrow, the FAA is going to cut 10% of flights at 40 of the nation's busiest airports as more air traffic controllers call out sick due to weeks of working without pay during the government shutdown. Aviation reporter Sean Cadehi with the Points Guys says while some airlines are being more lenient with their cancellation and change policies.
If I were flying this weekend, I would be glued to my email, to my airline's mobile app. Make sure you have it downloaded, you're logged in, and that they have your contact information. They probably do if you booked your flight online, and really just kind of wait to see what your options are.
The government shutdowns also impacted funding for the SNAP Food Assistance Program. A federal judge today ordered the Trump administration to fully fund the program within 24 hours, saying that 16 million children are at risk of going hungry. Tesla shareholders approved a new pay package for Elon Musk that could be worth $1 trillion. This is ABC News.
The Packers meet with a free agent. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports. NFL, the Packers interviewing defensive back Asante Samuel Jr., who spent 3 years with the Chargers. He's now a free agent coming back from injury. He met yesterday with Carolina, and he has visits set up with another 4 or 5 NFL teams, including the Vikings. His father, Asante Samuel Sr., also a standout defensive back with 51 career interceptions. College football, the Wisconsin Badgers back at practice after having a bye week. They've been hit hard with injuries on offense this year, including center Jake Renfro with season-ending surgery last week. Head coach Luke Fickell.
We haven't had our starting quarterback, and we've had to try to grow through those things along with where we've been with the offensive line this year. It is probably something that's even been a little bit more of Achilles' heel than the quarterback position, if you really look at the grand scheme and how we really are building to be successful.
Wisconsin will host number 24th ranked Washington on Saturday. Kickoff at Camp Randall, 3 p.m. With Sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Health concerns will keep Bad Company singer Paul Rodgers from attending the band's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Bad Company is scheduled to be inducted November 8th. The 75-year-old Rodgers announced the bad news on social media and added that former bandmate Simon Kirke would fill in for him. The band's hits include Feel Like Making Love, Rock and Roll Fantasy, and Bad Company. Just 2 weeks after the release of Season 2 of Netflix's romantic comedy series, Nobody Wants This, the streamer has announced there will be a Season 3. Kristen Bell plays a sex therapist and podcaster who is agnostic, and Adam Brody plays a rabbi who falls in love with her. Hot fun in the summertime. Adam Brody was on Nightlight a little over a year ago and talked about how much he liked the role in the show. You can catch up on the first 2 seasons of Nobody Wants This on Netflix. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Maybe an evening shower, then partly cloudy for tonight, a low in the low 40s. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, slight shower chance, and a high in the mid-50s. Much, much colder this weekend. High temperatures back down into the 30s, even a rain-snow mix possible Saturday. It's 46 right now.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
The Maggie Dawn Show.
State Senator Sarah Kieski, I want to talk about campus closures, especially the UW Baraboo closure.
To see these closures keep happening is heartbreaking, and seeing that there's not been an appreciation of not only the importance of this for students, but really recognizing that these are economic drivers in these small rural communities that is having a huge impact.
The award-winning Maggie Dawn Show, weekday afternoons from 4 until 6.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovative.
It's time for the Nightlight Popcorn Pick of the Week, where we recommend a movie that you'll either enjoy or won't. Here's your host, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back. Bailey Colden on the stream gave an answer to our question of the night, which is, who do you think should be the sexiest man alive? The winner is Jonathan Bailey, an actor. Pete, I can't believe you're not a mustard guy. Also, definitely Mads Mikkelsen. Do you know who that is?
I'm going to have to go to the Google.
He kind of did a two-part thing there. But I am a mustard guy, Bailey. But this particular sandwich offered pesto mayo.
Oh, yeah. If you look this guy's name up, you'll know him instantly.
Can you put him on the stream? And then Bailey sent another text and says, Mads Mikkelsen 100%. Sounds like someone's got a little crush on me.
Yeah, we get it.
All right, so keep those texts coming, folks. Our question of the night, who do you think should be the sexiest man alive? Matt Miller is coming up at 7:20, Milwaukee film critic. We're going to talk movies with Matt, as we so often do. But right now in the studio, this is kind of fun. One of our new friends, I would say.
Yeah,
You've been on the show before,
Yeah.
but this is your second time here, and this is fun. Trevor Klumpner is here. He's a Northeast Wisconsin-based comedian.
It's me.
Is it Appleton? Are you from
Appleton? Yes, I live in Appleton.
Okay. So you made the drive, first of
did.
all. Appreciate that.
I'll always come to studio. It's my favorite part.
Absolutely. It's so much more fun when people are here in person. We've hit a home run this week, too. It's been fun. So, all right, Trevor is here. He is a nationally touring stand-up comedian, started here in Northeast Wisconsin. You just told me you've got some big dates coming up. We'll get to those.
Okay, yeah.
But first things first, my friend, you were here to make the popcorn pick of the week, so let's talk movies. Most comics, I know, and most people like movies, but I remember like when I would work the road, it was so much fun to go to movies during the day, like when you're waiting for the show. Do you do that when you travel?
I mean, I don't know if I go. I'll sit in a hotel room and watch a movie. Okay, but I've done it a couple times. I mean, nothing beats going to a cheap matinee. But honestly, there hasn't been any movies that have really been grabbing me in the theaters lately.
Really?
I find most things there's no good comedies, and I'm a big comedy lover.
Yeah.
And I don't like horror movies. Action movies can be cool, but it's got to be funny.
It's interesting. Comedy is my background. I was a stand-up, then I was a comedy writer, but lately I just cannot bring myself to watch comedy. For years now, I like a mystery,
They
a
don't
cop
exist
show.
anymore.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're few and far between, certainly in the theaters. But so is comedy your genre, would you say?
Oh yeah.
For
Since I
movies?
was a little kid, for sure.
Okay, so I'm getting a little hint or insight here into what your popcorn pick might be, or at least what category it might be. How do you prefer to watch movies, Trevor? You like to go to the theater or stay at home?
It depends on the movie. Like I went to a 24-hour watch of like all the Marvel Avenger movies a couple years ago.
Oh wow!
And that was fun. I was with two of my best friends. We had a really good time. Anything like that, I really enjoy. Like if it's like a big movie experience, I'll go. Especially if it's something I really want to see and I can't wait. Otherwise, man, just ordering some pizza and watching it at home, you can't beat that.
That's not too bad either. Yeah. I have to say, I'm a theater guy. I prefer the theater anyway. I don't think you can beat that experience and watching something and having that collective reactions that you have throughout the course of the movie with a group. What do you have? Do you have a favorite movie snack?
Man, if I'm at the theater, I like a Junior Mint.
Nice.
Yeah, I
the
like a Junior Mint.
classic.
Yeah.
All right.
Junior Mint. Probably get like a cherry Coke. Always get a tub of popcorn. Can't go wrong there. And yeah, just pretty simple.
You know what's brutal is I literally today, I was saying earlier, I went to a movie today at the Bay Park Square. And I've been on this great program where I've been eating well and eating healthy, but there's something about a movie theater that when I go in there, I'm going to just eat crap.
Yeah, it just breaks you. My girlfriend really likes this chicken sandwich the Marcus in Appleton has. And I'm like she'll go out of her way to get this chicken sandwich. She won't even see a movie. She'll just go get a chicken sandwich.
She just stops by for the
yeah,
food?
she's just like, I'll just pop in and get a chickie and leave. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Do they make her buy a movie ticket before she buys
I don't know. I think she was saying that she can't do it anymore because she has to buy tickets.
Oh, that is hilarious.
I was like, too bad you can't like DoorDash it,
DoorDash a chicken sandwich from Marcus Theaters. Yeah, I had nachos with that horrible cheese.
Oh yeah.
And I got a thing of M&Ms, and it's not one serving; it's like the triple bag, polished. I probably had 4,000 calories just today, and just wiped out 4 weeks of progress on what I.
That like movie hack where you can put the M&Ms in the popcorn.
Yeah,
you can put that in your nacho cheese, maybe sweeten it up a little bit.
And here's what I did. This is even worse. I got I was looking at the drink selections, and I haven't had a soda in a long time, and I was like kind of in the mood for one, probably a sense memory because I'm in the theater. But I went with the icy.
Oh, I mean, that sounds nice.
I kind of thought, well, it's not soda. It's probably got more sugar than soda,
it's
but
definitely worse for you.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I used to get those at Kmart with my mom when I was a little
nice.
kid. Yeah,
it's a lovely beverage, the icy. And what does your snack choice change from the theater to at home? Do you do anything differently at home?
Yeah, I mean, at a theater, you can get a hot dog, a chicken sandwich, those kinds of things. But at home, it's whatever you want. Like I say, you can order a pizza. I could order, Chinese food, whatever I want. And then the thing I like is if you're watching a movie with someone, I like to make fun of it, but I also don't want to miss anything that I'm watching, so I can pause it. That's literally the only reason I like watching it at home.
Yeah.
Is I can like pause it to say something, a thought that I had about the movie, and then we don't miss anything.
That's a great idea. You know, it's funny because that's why I don't like watching it at home,
Oh,
because
okay.
I know I'm going to get questions. My
Yeah.
wife is going to say, "What movie was that guy in?" And I'm
Oh.
going to go, "This one."
Oh, see, I'm that guy in the relationship. I'm that person.
And then you got to rewind it, and it's like, but I know, I don't know, but sometimes she'll ask a question, I'll do the old make a big production before I pause it, Do you have a favorite movie cocktail at home? Do you ever pair your cocktails with your movie?
See, just like watching movies, I'm a simple man. I just like drinking scotch. No matter what the occasion is, I'm a scotch guy. I'm a big Glenlivet fan.
Nice.
There's this Mortlock made this scotch I used to love, but you can't get it anymore. But yeah, I'll drink some scotch, and that makes me happy.
Man, you are bringing back some great memories. I love scotch.
Oh, it's the best.
I haven't had it in a while, and I don't think I'm completely done with alcohol, but I will say, you just saying that made me want to watch a movie at home tonight and have a glass of scotch.
Yeah, watch like a classic, an old film.
An old film,
Yeah.
a film noir, or like a good cop. Every
Yeah.
cop movie, it seems like they're always pouring scotch,
yeah.
and then they'll down it before they make a decision about a crime or something. And I love sipping scotch and watching movies. So the Glenlivet, how many years? What do you drink?
I mean, you can't. I think it's the 12. That's like the basic one you can get at the store. You can't. I tell people, like, if you're trying to get me a gift, just get me a 12, and I'm happy. But otherwise, if I'm going aged, I don't really care about the Glen. It's again this Mortlock. You can't find it anymore. It's like aged in these casks, but I think it's like a 28-year in cherry casks, and so good. But otherwise, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, if you go to a bar, a dive bar at least, you can't get like a Glen 12. I have to get like Johnny Walker or Dewar's, and I make do. And Dewar's is actually not that bad.
Do you go rocks with your
Neat.
Glenlivet? Neat. Okay, that's same here.
Yeah.
I will say I got really into. What does Glen 12 go for now? 40,
It's like
30
$50.
50 bucks. Wow, that's gone up.
Oh, really? It used to be a cheaper one.
Used to be cheaper. Well, when I lived out west, it was cheaper just because of the supply and demand or something.
Okay.
I don't know. But I found a scotch at Trader Joe's called Highlander, I think it was called.
I've seen it. I've never had it.
That at the time you could get for $16 a bottle,
Ooh,
and it was
that's not bad.
10-year-old scotch, and it was the best. I loved it. It was a great scotch, and it was a great movie watching scotch because it tasted so good. Neat.
I mean, I've gotten the Costco scotch before, and it's not bad.
Huh.
You get a giant bottle. It can't be more than $30 for that.
Oh, not
Yeah,
for a
doesn't
big
taste bad.
bottle.
Yeah, it's mixed though.
I've had the guys that introduced me to scotch were friends of mine, and they would break open occasionally like a 50-year-old bottle. It's like it's great, but scotch drinkers, they give you like that much.
Yeah, that's all you need.
That's all you need.
It's a tasting drink. It's not. You're not trying to get wrecked.
Oh, speak for yourself,
Yeah.
pal. No, but like you feel weird about asking for more.
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
50 years old.
Yeah.
It probably costs $200 or whatever for the bottle. But all right, we got off on a tangent there. But some movies lend themselves to different. Like an old fashioned would go well with an old movie too. I
Yeah, that
think
makes
something
sense.
like that, or a martini if you watched a cop show or something. Have you ever snuck booze into a movie theater?
I mean, I've definitely snuck in a couple shooters of Fireball before, just for fun. But it's not a huge thing that I like to do.
Okay.
Depending if I'm going to the movie theater, I feel like I have to be somewhat present because I just spent the $100 to go to that movie.
Right. You could have had 2 bottles of Glenlivet.
Yeah,
for the price of the
exactly.
movie. My guest is Trevor Klumpner. He is here to make the popcorn pick of the week, folks. We are getting ever closer to getting a movie recommendation from our pal Trevor. He is here in the studio with me on Nightlight tonight. And how do you feel about previews, Trevor? Do you like them?
I like a trailer. I like watching the trailers.
Same.
I like to go early just to watch the trailers because I'm like, what is coming up? And I don't know how they are now, but they used to be amazing. Because there wasn't the internet, so I'd just be like, that's what's coming out in a year, and I'd be so excited for it.
I agree. I like the trailers. Con, do you like the trailers?
I really did when I was younger, but
yeah,
I think now they just show too much where I'm like, I just saw the whole film right there.
Oh, in the trailer.
Yeah,
I
I
agree
know
with
what
that.
happens at the end now.
I feel like that was the new Naked Gun. I was like, okay, I think I saw all the good jokes.
All the good gags, yeah. That's the perfect example because like cutting a trailer is an art form in and of itself. It's like there's people that are very good at it. All right, so what do you do, Trevor, when people are loud? You paid good money. You just said you drop $100, or you can at a movie theater if you go with like 4 people and get snacks. What do? Do you tell them to shut up? You give them the side eye, or
so here's the thing. I am very what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very avoidant when it comes to controversy.
Non-confrontation.
Except for in a movie theater. I will say something.
Nice.
I will stand up, I will talk to you, I will address you like a man.
Wow.
And be like, hey, either you stop talking or you can leave. It's the same with comedy shows. I won't put up with it. If you're talking during the show, you're done. I don't care. I was security at Skyline for too long. I can't deal with that.
Oh, is that what you did before you started comedy? There are so many people that start comedy like that. They work in a comedy
I was
club.
already doing comedy, and I thought that would just be a good move for me to see, nationally touring headliners just crush every weekend.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, that's how you do that.
So it's in your blood, kind of. It's not a...
Yeah, I've always loved comedy since I was a little kid.
But are you confrontational outside of that realm of comedy or movie theater?
No.
That's interesting.
No, I mean, I'll glare at you, but I won't say anything usually. There's no point.
My go-to is, this isn't your living room.
Yeah.
And sometimes they shut up, and sometimes they look back at me, and I'm like, oh, God, I'm too old to get in a fight. I don't want that.
It's not worth it.
It really irritates me. It's like, we all paid money to be here. Shut up.
Exactly.
Same thing with a comedy show.
Yeah,
right?
watch it at home.
All right. Trevor Klumpner, I think it is time to get your popcorn pick of the week. So, Conrad, if you please. Northeast Wisconsin-based stand-up comedian, the very funny Trevor Klumpner. What is your popcorn pick of the week?
It's The Lost Boys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
nice.
it's The Lost Boys. I love that movie.
The original with Jason Patrick.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
Dude, nice.
Yeah, the scene where he's like, it's maggots, Michael, makes me laugh every time I see it.
I don't even, it's been so long.
Oh, he's like eating rice, and he's like, it's maggots. And then he looks in, and it's maggots in his rice. Oh, I think it's hilarious for some reason.
You ever seen that movie, Con?
I haven't.
It's worth a rent. It's really good. Is Kiefer Sutherland in that?
Yes. He's he's the head vampire.
He's the head vampire, and you got Jason Patrick as the protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that crazy concert scene where that oily guy is
I was just going to say, the sexiest man, Timmy Caparella.
That's who
the
that is.
saxophone player. National Saxophone Day as well.
Oh, nicely done. That's a comic doing a callback. That's great. Was he the guy singing?
Yeah. He's playing the saxophone, just ripping it up.
But I still believe.
Yeah.
I still believe. Wow. Very well done, Trevor Klumpner. We're going to break his pick down a little more when we come back, and he's got some big news about an upcoming show he's part of, so we'll do that next on Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Take them on, my Lord. Hallelujah. My sweet Lord. Hallelujah. Oh, my Lord. Hallelujah. My sweet Lord.
As a U.S. Navy veteran and business owner, I've lived through moments where every detail counts, and I carry that into mass appeal. That's why I personally ensure we deliver top quality promotional materials like t-shirts, sweatshirts, and more to help your company, whether it is a local business or school, gain the visibility it needs to thrive. Your logo is our business, and we're here to make your vision come true.
Go to massappealwi.com or drop by their shop on Lineville Road, just off Highway 41.
Discover your new sanctuary at Pages and Pours Bookshop and Wine Bar, where every story finds its perfect pour. Sip on craft beers, savor fine wines, and indulge in artisanal charcuterie or dessert, all in a cozy, welcoming space that's as chill as your favorite novel. Whether you're browsing classic titles or toasting with friends, Pages and Pours is the bookshop and wine bar you've been waiting for. Find your next chapter at Pages and Pours, 415 Main Avenue in De Pere, and at www.pagesandpours.com.
The Maggie Dawn Show.
State Senator Sarah Kieski, I want to talk about campus closures, especially the UW Baraboo closure.
To see these closures keep happening is heartbreaking, and seeing that there's not been an appreciation of not only the importance of this for students, but really recognizing that these are economic drivers in these small rural communities that is having a huge impact.
The award-winning Maggie Dawn Show, weekday afternoons from 4 until 6.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off. You've got this. Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
The Maggie Dawn Show.
State Senator Sarah Kieski, I want to talk about campus closures, especially the UW Baraboo closure.
To see these closures keep happening is heartbreaking, and seeing that there's not been an appreciation of not only the importance of this for students, but really recognizing that these are economic drivers in these small rural communities that is having a huge impact.
The award-winning Maggie Dawn Show. Weekday afternoons from 4 until 6.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org.
Nightlight with Peach Schwaba. Great to have you with me on this Thursday night, coming to you live from beautiful downtown Green Bay, broadcasting statewide on the Civic Media Radio Network. Dave on the stream says, Reacher guy. Alan, I think it's Richson.
Yeah, I believe it's Richson.
That's a good-looking man.
That is a giant of a human being. He's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't miss many workouts. You got to respect that.
If you want to see Madsen.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please.
Oh.
Yeah,
he was in
Star Wars?
007.
Oh.
He's got kind of a different look. I could see why Bailey would have a little man crush on Mads. That's a good choice. Okay. Dave also says Malort. Who is Malort again?
That's the alcohol or
rubber band liquor out of Chicago. It's horrendous. You don't need to have it.
Oh, it's not a dude. I thought it was like a rapper or something. Like that was the sexiest man alive. I thought that was this Malort. Yes, of course. We've talked about that before on the show.
It's
a little bit.
Not good.
No.
Malort.
It was made as a joke, I feel like.
It's like the Blatz beer of spirits, maybe. All right, so Trevor Klumpner is my guest. He is here in studio. He made the popcorn pick of the week this week, folks. It's The Lost Boys from probably 1987.
Sounds right.
6.
Before I was born.
Yeah, starring Jason Patric. Kiefer Sutherland is one of the vampires. It's a great vampire movie, and it's one you kind of forget about, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Con, can you Rotten Tomatoes that? Yeah, I'm going to have to give that a rewatch. And that was kind of the movie that put Jason Patric on the scene, I think. That was like his first. And I remember thinking, somebody said that was, or the first time I found out it was Jackie Gleason's grandson. I was like, what the heck? And I thought he would be like a major star. And he's done some really cool things. He was in the movie Narc. He was really, really good in that. But I thought he'd be like a Tom Cruise. I thought he was going to be like catapulted because he's a good-looking guy. He was a pretty good actor. But that's a great pick. The Lost Boys.
It's a good movie.
Very well done.
Yes.
75%.
Right.
Okay.
And 85 for audience.
85 for audience. Okay.
Well, that's lower than I thought it would be.
I kind of do too. Well, you know what, though? The interesting thing is, first of all, I think critics were much more critical then. Now I feel like, and I've talked about this with other film critics on this show, I feel like nobody wants to lose their credentials. They don't want to trash a movie because the studio could ban them or something. So I feel like they're way more forgiving now than they were in the 80s and even the 90s with social media. It's just a different ballgame now. So who knows?
Well, on Google, like the reviews for Google, there's 404 ratings on it, and it's 4.7. So that's pretty good for that.
It is very good. That's a great pick. Thank you, Trevor. So check out The Lost Boys if you guys are looking for something to
Holds
watch
up
this
too,
weekend.
by the way.
Does it?
Oh yeah, it's not CGI. It's all practical effects, and it looks great.
So how did you find out about that? You said it was made before you were born.
My mom likes those kind of movies, and so I remember watching it when I was probably like 5, and just loving it. And usually, I don't like horror movies, but that one I thought it was silly, so I enjoyed it.
Kind of excited to see that again because I don't remember. I remember he becomes a vampire, and he's kind of dealing with that, if I remember correctly. But I don't remember how it ends. So I'm excited to see it again.
Yeah, I guess it depends on who you think the main character is in the movie, who's becoming the vampire, but.
Maybe I remember.
Yeah.
I thought it was Jason Patrick, but maybe not. Okay. Was it the saxophone player?
The saxophone player is in that movie, yes.
He is a vampire.
He's not a vampire.
Oh, he's not a vampire.
He's just a sexy man.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like all oiled up and really built.
Yeah, his saxophone, I think, is having a strap. It was chains,
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was very well done that you happened to bring it all back to the saxophone on National Saxophone Day. Excellent stuff. You just told us you had a sketch that went viral. How did you do that, and what was it?
I don't even know how I did it. It was dumb luck, honestly, and it went viral just on YouTube. I couldn't get it to go anywhere else, but it was a dumb sketch about skateboarding. It was like skateboarding in your late 30s. And then it's just me going out skateboarding and just falling down immediately. And it's a hard cut of me just falling on the ground. And then I edited Ring of Fire, going down, but it just goes, I fell down. And then that went off like gangbusters. I have no idea why, but people liked that for some reason.
So it's you're really falling though.
No. It shows me putting my foot on the skateboard and I'm just on the ground.
Oh,
snap cut.
Nice camera work.
Yeah.
I did that when I think I've told this story before on the show, but I was going over to a friend's house for dinner. We just moved to Wisconsin. It's about 12 years ago. And we're going to my folks' house, my wife, my 2 kids. And I decide I'm going to skateboard over there.
Okay. Have you skateboarded before?
Yeah, fourth grade.
All right, okay.
Yeah, fourth grade. So it'd only been
it's like riding a bike.
35 years. Yeah. And so I get on the skateboard. I don't know what I was thinking, but I hit a pebble in the road.
They call them fart rocks.
Well, the skateboard stopped, and I just didn't step off properly. And I fell right down on my coccyx.
Okay.
And it hurt for about 6 months. And I had to get on a plane in 2 days. And I was like this the whole time. It was so painful. It was awful.
My entire
that would have gone viral.
I skateboarded since I was a kid, and then I stopped as an adult, obviously. Never got hurt very seriously until I started skateboarding as an adult, and I broke my ribs. And I broke my tailbone, and I broke my ribs by hitting a rock and falling forward onto a curb.
Broken ribs are the worst.
I did the same. I didn't break all that, but I hit a pebble and flew face first.
Oh yeah,
off of it.
And it makes that fart sound. So I call them fart rocks.
See, I would have rather fallen face first. You'd look,
I don't know.
You'd look really scraped up and ugly, but you could make up a fun story. You could say I got in a fight in the subway or whatever. But
fell off my motorcycle.
Exactly. But when you hurt your tailbone, there's just no cool way to get around. And then you just curse yourself. What was I doing?
And people are like, hey, sit down. And you're like, I can't.
I'm good. Yeah. All right. Trevor Klumpner is here, folks. He is going to tell us about a really cool show he is a part of when we come back. Can I say the name of it?
Absolutely.
It's Don't Tell Comedy. These great shows. If you haven't been to one, you got to check it out. We'll have more details and maybe a little sneak peek. He's going to give us some spoiler alert.
Yeah, I will.
Fantastic. We're going to do all that in Act 2 after intermission here. Our question of the night is, who is the sexiest man alive? People Magazine says it's Jonathan Bailey from Bridgerton, but I want to know who you think. We've had some pretty good contributions so far. We'll read those in Act 2 as well. That's coming up next on Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
If it happens in Wisconsin,
Local news and timeless hits. WGBW, Denmark, Green Bay.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. Mass cancellations at the nation's airports. The FAA ordering airlines to cut flights by 10% at 40 major U.S. airports. Amid a shutdown of air traffic controllers during the government shutdown. ABC's Rachel Scott is at Reagan National Airport.
Delta Airlines says they'll cancel 170 flights tomorrow. American Airlines, 220. And United Airlines says they'll slash just under 200.
This all on day 37 of the shutdown with growing lines at food banks across the U.S. A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to fully fund November SNAP benefits by tomorrow. The Trump Justice Department appealing that decision. And the Trump administration has struck a deal with drug makers Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk to reduce prices of their weight loss drugs, Wegovy and Zepbound. At a vigil this evening for the victims of the UPS plane crash in Louisville, Mayor Greg Greenberg saying the death toll has risen to 13. Tesla shareholders agreeing to a $1 trillion pay package for Elon Musk. This is ABC News. Someone collapsed in the Oval Office today. It happened during President Trump's event on the costs of weight loss drugs.
Dr. Mehmet Oz, who was there for the event, jumped into action, helping the man who at that point was on the floor. The event was cut short. The press was taken out of the Oval Office. The White House said the White House medical unit quickly jumped into action and the man is okay. This isn't the first time something like this has happened during this administration. Back in April at Dr. Oz's Oval Office swearing-in ceremony, one of his granddaughters fainted, but officials said later she was all right. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Police in Texas confirming the death of Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland. The 24-year-old apparently died by suicide after evading officers in his vehicle and then fleeing the scene of an accident on foot. Police say Kneeland didn't stop for state troopers over a traffic violation last night. Authorities say that they found him early this morning with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
The Maggie Dawn Show.
State Senator Sarah Kieski, I want to talk about campus closures, especially the UW Baraboo closure.
To see these closures keep happening is heartbreaking, and seeing that there's not been an appreciation of not only the importance of this for students, but really recognizing that these are economic drivers in these small rural communities that is having a huge impact.
The award-winning Maggie Dawn Show, weekday afternoons from 4 until 6.
The Bucks get ready for the Bulls. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Milwaukee Bucks host the Chicago Bulls tomorrow night in their first game for the NBA Cup tournament. The Bucks announced that guard Kevin Porter Jr. underwent knee surgery for an injury he suffered in practice last week. He's expected to be out for at least a month. College basketball, Marquette beat Southern University. Final score 100-82. The Badgers are at home tomorrow night against Northern Illinois. NFL, Packers back at work, and now that Tucker Kraft is out for the season, Luke Musgrave will be the number one tight end.
Yeah, it sucks. We know what kind of energy Tucker brings, and yeah, it's tough seeing him go down.
Some games, the ball might only come to you, once or twice.
I'm just focused on, again, just doing my assignment, doing my job, and just trying to do everything I can do to help the team win. So whatever that might be, I'm game for.
That's Luke Musgrave with Sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Maybe an evening shower, then partly cloudy for tonight, a low in the low 40s. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, slight shower chance, and a high in the mid-50s. Much, much colder this weekend. High temperatures back down into the 30s, even a rain-snow mix possible Saturday. Currently, it's 44 degrees.
The Elder Care Locator is here to help you live your best life as you age at home. Our call center advisors are ready to connect you with trustworthy local experts. Help is just a phone call away at 1-800-677-1116.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
The Maggie Dawn Show.
State Senator Sarah Kieski, I want to talk about campus closures, especially the UW Baraboo closure.
To see these closures keep happening is heartbreaking, and seeing that there's not been an appreciation of not only the importance of this for students, but really recognizing that these are economic drivers in these.
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who gives edible undies as gifts just because they taste good, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back, folks. Hope you had a great intermission. It is time for Act 2 here on a Thursday night edition of Nightlight. If you missed the first hour, you can always catch it on the podcast at civicmedia.us. We catalog all our shows there. Just go to civicmedia.us, Nightlight with Pete Schwaba, and you can catch up because we had a great time in the first hour. Conrad made things very awkward when he said he had a sandwich. Tell us what the guy said to you.
Well, you know, he said I made it with extra love.
Here's your sandwich. I made it with extra love.
And an extra ham, you know?
Both inappropriate things to say. That's terrible.
I didn't ask him to do it.
No, and that's what makes it... You could say that's what made it a beautiful gesture, or you could also say, what are his motives here?
What is the extra love in the sandwich?
Yeah.
If I didn't know,
It's the roofie between the cold cuts.
I think he would have voted you the sexiest man of the year, Connor.
He probably would have.
Conrad, sorry.
Our question of the night, folks, is who is the sexiest man alive? People recently named their sexiest man alive, as they do every year, and this year's winner was Jonathan Bailey, an actor from the show Bridgerton and he's got many other credits too. The first gay guy to be the sexiest man alive. I find that strange in 40 years. Yeah. There's a lot of handsome gay guys.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but pick whoever you want. Share with us who you think the sexiest man alive should be. I said Bruce Springsteen. Conrad, sometimes you make things just to be funny, and I have to ask you constantly who the person's name was again.
Now I forgot.
Malort.
Jonathan Luran. That's it. The guy in every Adam Sandler movie you've seen.
Which is one. No, I've seen more than that.
Again, there he is on the screen.
Yeah.
There he is. Are you an Adam Sandler fan?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to ask his name again. It's not that important. Okay. And Trevor Klumpner is here. He made the popcorn pick of the week, which was The Lost Boys, an excellent pick, a vampire film from 1987-ish, starring Jason Patrick and Kiefer Sutherland. A great pick. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Matt Miller will be here at 7:20 tonight. We'll be talking movies. And as usual, it's always more fun when you guys participate. So keep those texts coming. We will get caught up on texts in just a moment. But for right now, Jim from Appleton says it's a Saxamahorn. Sexiest man alive is without a doubt Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo is a good-looking guy. I got to give it to him.
But part of it is like he's just a talented guy.
Very charming. Very charming.
I'm not like the fact that we're all guys saying we think this guy is the sexiest guy alive doesn't mean necessarily we think they're like, we want to make out with them. It just means, and maybe you want to. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, there's all kinds of components that go into sexy. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And Mark Ruffalo, awesome actor. Love him. I just watched Task, and he is outstanding.
Oh, I love that.
Did you watch the show?
The accents made it hard for me to take them seriously.
See, I thought they were pretty accurate.
The accents were very good,
yeah.
but I just think that accent is ridiculous.
It's
in
kind
general.
of a weird accent.
Yeah.
And it's hard to sound tough with that
Yeah.
accent. Yeah, I agree with you there. Brett from Brown Deer in the 920 says, Kimmy, the Thai ladyboy in Hangover 2. That's as close as I get to a sexy dude. Okay, Brett, that's good.
I don't
remember that character.
I just know of, I know him as Chang from Community. I can't think it's Ken something.
Oh, yeah. He's a judge on one of the shows, too.
Yeah. He's a doctor. I can't remember his last name. Ken Jeong? Ken Jeong?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, though, and very funny in The Hangover. Monica from Mount Horeb says Sung Kang from Fast and the Furious. Am I saying that right? You guys know that guy?
No.
Thank you, Monica. Anna from Madison in the 608 says, I think Ryan Gosling is the sexiest man alive.
Classic.
Not really going out on a limb there, Anna.
No.
Very handsome guy, very talented guy. She says, I first saw him in The Notebook and have liked him ever since. Great text. As always, Anna, thank you. And we'll do one more here. Tyler from Wisconsin Rapids. Vladimir the...
Is it Vlad the Impaler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Putin in drag on horseback, bare-breasted. See, Tyler, he just likes breasts. It doesn't even matter if they're women or men. He always has to. I got to read these over before I read them on the air. Okay, back to our guest, Mr. Trevor Klumber. It's great to have you here, buddy. And we got a phone call. Can we?
Yeah.
We can squeeze in a phone call.
Yeah.
Then we've got big news from Trevor's. So who's on the line?
Cindy from Appleton.
Oh, fantastic, Cindy! Long time. How are you?
I know, Pete. I've kind of fallen off. I lost one of your stations. I don't know what happened to your 97.9. But anyway, I'm back, and I just wanted to say the sexiest man alive for me was Viggo Mortensen. She's still alive, but Viggo Mortensen. I used to watch Lord of the Rings just so I could see Viggo Mortensen, and even his name, Viggo Mortensen, sounds sexy to me.
He's got that helps. See, I knew when I was 21 I was never going to win this award, not just because I'm not good looking enough, but Pete Schwaba. That's not going to work for the
he's a
sexiest
man.
man. I'm done. Forget it. Have you seen The History of Violence, Cindy?
No.
Or I think it's called A History of Violence. Viggo Mortensen. That's my favorite role of his. You think you love him now. Wait till you see him in that movie. Check it out.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Great to have you back. Thanks, Cindy.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right. So Trevor Klumper is here. Very funny, Appleton-based stand-up comedian. You're part of these Don't Tell comedy shows that are kind of a huge hit right now.
Yeah, all
and
over.
you've got news, so lay it on us.
Yeah, so we're doing one, I think it's the 21st and the 22nd. The 21st in Appleton and the 22nd in Green Bay. Usually we're not allowed to say who the headliners are, but me and the other producers said, well, we're just going to let people know. It's Kristen Toomey out of Chicago, literally considered the queen of comedy in Chicago.
Really?
One of the funniest comedians. We're very excited to have her. But you can get those tickets at don'ttellcomedy.com and look up Green Bay.
When is that? November 21st?
21st and the 22nd, I believe.
So do you have to go to the website to find out where it will be?
Yeah. So how it works, it's perfect for date nights because you know the general area.
Yeah.
So you'll know. So if it's in Green Bay, it'll say like Green Bay downtown, or
Okay.
Green Bay De Pere, or whatever. And so then you know that you're not driving too far away, obviously. And then the day of the show, you get the location is then revealed. They're typically like BYOB style, so you bring your own
Nice.
drinks. But I know the one in Appleton isn't going to be BYOB. The Green Bay one probably will be. But it's, so then you show up and you usually don't know who the comics are till they hit the stage. Except for this time, we're letting people know it's going to be Kristen Toomey. And if you don't know who she is, check her out because you will buy tickets if you see her. That's how funny she is.
Look her up on YouTube and check out some of her clips. Okay.
Yeah, one of the best.
That's outstanding. And I love that you gave us a little spoiler there. That's
Yeah, it's the first place I broke it. I'm going on some other programs to break it, but this is the first.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that, sir. What can you get in trouble for that? I know it's a national. You told me it's a national organization.
I don't think so. I think all they care about is that we sell tickets at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And you don't know who the other comics are. And we have some big names coming through to open up the show even.
So how did that start? And whose idea was it to say we should have a comedy show? Don't tell anybody where it is. I mean, it's a great gimmick, but it could be risky, but it's working.
Yeah.
So it is a great gimmick.
Well, I think it's because they make sure to put some emphasis on, I hate to use this word, but gatekeeping in a way, I guess, because, the producers have to make sure that the show is worth the ticket price, obviously. Like if I'm charging you $25 for a ticket and I deliver you, 5 open micers, you're not going to come back. We have a lot of
please
repeat.
don't tell comedy.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone this happened tonight.
Right.
No, we have a lot of repeats. People coming back, they love it. It's myself, Kristen Lighty, and John Egan put these on. We've
All
been having
funny
a
guys.
blast
That's
doing
great.
it. And I don't know how they got started. I have a feeling. I think I remember them talking about something with COVID. And like when everything was getting shut down, I think this is their kind of backdoor way of doing things.
Avoid the law.
And they just took off. Like I'm sure they're making hand over fist at this point.
And it's in every city now.
I wouldn't say every city, but it's definitely in every state for sure.
Okay.
You know, there's a Madison, Milwaukee, and Appleton, Green Bay. So yeah, Appleton, Green Bay is considered one. So
what's the weirdest venue you've been in for one
Oh
of these
man,
shows?
I don't know. We did a laundromat. That was fun.
How do you pack people? How do you?
You just figure I see a place that looks interesting, and I'll talk to them. Before I came on board with Kristen and John, I think they did one at a pet sanctuary.
Wow.
I have no idea what that was like because I wasn't a part of the program yet, but that had to have been wild.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So you guys have to find the locations.
Yeah, we find
too.
the venues. Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have people that say no thanks? We don't want laughter within our walls?
Some people they get scared, which I can, it's understandable. With you don't know how things are always going to turn out, but we have a great track record, and we provide, liability stuff. We have you can go and look at the website. There's all kinds of stuff that show hey, we are a legit organization.
Yeah.
And anyone who's listening and you want your business to be featured, please reach out to me at Trevor Klempner Comedy on all socials. I would. We're always looking for new venues. We repeat some of them, but we try not to.
Trevor Klempner is my guest here in studio. He is a Appleton-based comedian and part of the Don't Tell Comedy production team and one of the comics. So that's cool. So Kristen Toomey will be performing November 21st. Very funny, Chicago-based comedian. Who are some of your other favorites around here? You mentioned Johnny again, very funny guy.
Yeah, Johnny
Kristen Leidy.
Kate Hermson. She's very funny. Probably one of the best working in the area right now. I just ran into my buddy Abe Bauer, real funny guy, real clean guy, clean.
His act or his hygiene?
Both. He's very clean. I could see him shining on the way up to talk to him. There's Grizzly I was talking to you about earlier. Funny guy. He works at the Skyline. Those are the people that I tend to associate with a lot.
That's cool. You said some other dates you have coming up. This is kind of cool. You're working theater.
Yeah. I'm doing Turner Hall tomorrow with Trey Crowder. That's going to be a blast. It's my first time performing in a theater, so that should be interesting. And then I'm at the Barrymore on Saturday, still with Trey, and it should be a good time. I'm really excited for them.
Now they're two great venues too.
Oh yeah, I went to Turner Hall to see Dan Soder. Who's probably my favorite working comedian right now. And just seeing what that looked like for him, I was like, man, if it looks half like this is going to be amazing.
What's the capacity at Turner Hall, would you say?
I think I looked it up. It was seated 500, somewhere around there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's Saturday is the Barrymore.
Yeah, and the Barrymore is 900, I think, when I looked it up.
Barrymore is so great. I've been in the Barrymore quite a bit. That's one of my favorite venues.
I've never been there.
Movies, concert. Oh, it's one of those old theaters that still has the stars on the sky.
Nice.
And it's got a balcony, this great lobby where the carpet is it's like the carpet looks like it's 50 years old, but it smells like a movie theater.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really cool. Do you have a favorite city to work outside of Wisconsin or in Wisconsin for that matter?
That's a good question. I like Minneapolis a lot.
That's good comedy.
That's a good town for comedy. I don't know what it is, but I crush every time I'm there. It's so good for the ego,
That's fantastic. All right, we have about 30 seconds left.
Okay.
What are you binge watching? What can you share with us?
I just finished the new season of The Witcher.
Oh, I have not seen that.
I'm a big medieval history type. And it's not history; it's fantasy. But I love fantasy stuff.
I love historical fantasy.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Trevor, thank you. This is always fun, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't be a stranger, and you can't be a stranger because you have a comedy show to do. Don't ask.
It's not the military.
Don't
in the
ask.
90s.
Don't tell comedy. Don't tell comedy.
Don't tell comedy.
Check it out. The website one more time, please.
Don'tTellComedy.com.
Check it out and check out Trevor's work. We are coming right back with our pal, Milwaukee-based film critic Matt Miller. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Come on, John!
From Hobart to Bay Settlement, 97.9 WGBW.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Insight Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton, improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit wiinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community, and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers trained to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
The Maggie Dawn Show.
State Senator Sarah Kieski, I want to talk about campus closures, especially the UW Baraboo closure.
To see these closures keep happening is heartbreaking, and seeing that there's not been an appreciation of not only the importance of this for students, but really recognizing that these are economic drivers in these small rural communities that is having a huge impact.
The award-winning Maggie Dawn Show, weekday afternoons from 4 until 6.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Learn more at fightingblindness.org, a public service.
Get up home. I wanna drive them home. When you're feeling blue,
Welcome back. This is Nightlight. I am Pete Schwaba. Great to have you with me on this Thursday night. Just a reminder, folks, the Popcorn Pick was brought to you by Chicken or the Egg Photography. Chris specializes in food, event, music, and product photography for businesses across Wisconsin and the Midwest. See what he can do for you at chickenortheeggphotography.com. Chris does great work. He's been on the show a few times and sponsors our Popcorn Pick of the Week. So there you go. It's always fun to talk to Trevor Klumpner on social media. We've got some more Sexiest Man Alive texts. Lisa Hale says, okay, hear me out. Jack Black and Kevin Smith. Laughter is the best aphrodisiac. And Chad Frank commented on that and said, well, Lisa, I am hilarious, clever, and a genuine person. Chad's cruising for chicks on our Facebook page. What the hell, man? Thank you, Chad, for being a part of that. I think Lisa is someone made an honest woman of her, but she's wonderful, and so are you, Chad. Danny Wheels says Steve Zahn, his humor amplifies his handsome. Sarah Jean says Ryan Gosling, he makes me laugh and sometimes cry, depending on the movie. Dan Davey says Carla's butcher from Cheers. Boy, that's digging deep. Thank you, Dan. I say Springsteen. Bill Mode says me and put a picture of himself on social media. This is like a dating site all of a sudden. Stacy Sue says if he was alive, it would be Freddie Mercury. Mike Dessa tells Steve Buscemi's smile gets me every time. Of course it does, Mike. And Ezekiel Drew says, according to my wife, it goes me, then Tom Hiddleston. I looked in the mirror and said Tom Hiddleston, and then me. You're both sexy guys, Ezekiel. Keep those texts coming. Right now, I'm excited to welcome our next guest. He is a Milwaukee film critic and one of our Nightlight besties. Mr. Matt Miller joins us over the stream. Hey, buddy.
Hey, howdy.
Do you have a Sexiest Man Alive vote?
I mean, I always vote Ryan Gosling. I just think the sense of humor, he seems like a good dude.
Yeah,
he
agreed.
seems like a decent human. He's Canadian, so he knows about poutine and all-dressed potato chips. So he just seems like a good chap. If we're talking more kind of guys of the moment, I do think Glenn Powell is a very handsome man as well. So yeah, there's a lot of handsome dudes making me feel inadequate out there.
Oh, there's plenty to go around, buddy. I love Ryan Gosling for the Beavis and Butthead sketch alone on Saturday Night Live, and his reaction throughout that. He was so good and so funny. So that's a great thing.
And he's underrated, arguably, in Barbie. Like he's because we don't respect comedy enough as in society, and especially in the movies and arts. And like he's genuinely hilarious and perfect in Barbie. He plays it so much like he's so invested in being Ken. It's great.
He's the perfect cast for sure. Well, Matt, let's jump in. I almost don't know where to start. You've seen more than I have, as usual. What did you think of Roof Man?
I liked Roof Man. It is the kind of movie that people don't see anymore in movie theaters, which is it's just a really good movie, well told. This is the new Channing Tatum movie about true story, about a guy in the kind of late 90s, early 2000s who robbed a bunch of McDonald's. He would break through their ceilings, robbed a McDonald's. Then he goes to prison, breaks out of prison, and hides in a Toys R Us where and then while he's in hiding from the police at Toys R Us, for months, he befriends a bunch of locals and becomes a part of the community, all while living this secret life as, this ceiling hammering bank thief. It's directed by Derek Cianfrance, who's all of his previous movies are extremely serious. He did The Place Beyond the Pines. He did Blue Valentine. Not a laugh to be found in either of those movies whatsoever. Wow. So it's kind of interesting to see him doing something like Roof Man that has this kind of sense of humor, this kind of funny story to it about a guy hiding out in Toys R Us, but it has this real melancholy vibe. I saw someone else refer to it as kind of like a Catch Me If You Can vibe, and it kind of that is exactly the vibe of the movie. It is very much a kind of melancholy movie about a dad who is bad at being a dad and is lost in the world. And I think it's a bummer this time of year because it's a really good movie, but since it's not a big Oscar player, audiences kind of just abandoned it immediately, and critics kind of abandoned it. It's the kind of movie where it's like, oh, it's good, it's fine, but it's not the kind of movie that people are like, oh my gosh, you got to see Roof Man. And it's a shame because it died at the box office, but it is a good movie that's worth your while. It's a well-told story. It's nice seeing Kirsten Dunst do a role that isn't deathly serious, that has this really kind of bubbly charm to it. It's a really well-done movie.
That's very well said. And it's got kind of this nice message too. Like you mentioned, he was bad at being a dad. And he was, but part of what propelled him or motivated him to do these things was because he thought that's what he had to do to be a good dad. He wanted his kids to have stuff. So he would rob. And then at the end of the movie, this isn't really a spoiler alert. He was just saying they just needed my time. And he didn't know that. But you're right. It's just a great story. We've got about a minute before the news, Matt. Let's try to sneak one. What did you think of Highest to Lowest?
I wanted to love this movie. It's Denzel, it's Spike Lee back together. They're adapting an incredible Kurosawa movie that's maybe a perfectly directed film. And I just think it totally slogs in some parts. I think it really just doesn't have a ton of momentum. And then there's some scenes that are really great. There's some scenes near the end that are just lightning, just Spike Lee doing great, Denzel really acting. But then there's a lot of stuff that just feels clunky and awkward and uncinematically staged. And I was kind of surprised by how much it just feels like such a shadow of a much better movie.
Clunky is a great word. I know Spike Lee in this film does some things that it just kind of takes you out of it. It's very hard to
the score. The score for the entire movie is wretched, and Spike Lee, he knows music. He normally works with Terrence Blanchard. I believe he's worked with this composer before, but there's just stuff that sounds like it should be in Gangs of New York or so. It should be in a period piece, and instead it's in this modern kind of crime epic. See the original. Spike Lee's done better.
We are going to come back after the news and talk to Matt about Frankenstein. Christopher Elvers from the 608 says, always love Sam Elliott. Oh, that's a good one. He seems to get sexier the older he gets. Well done, Christopher.
It's the mustache.
We're coming back with more Nightlight with Pete Schwaba and Matt Miller. Coming up next on the Civic Media Radio Network.
American Airlines, $220, and United Airlines says they'll slash just under $200.
This all on day 37 of the shutdown with growing lines at food banks across the U.S. A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to fully fund November SNAP benefits by tomorrow. The Trump Justice Department appealing that decision. And the Trump administration has struck a deal with drug makers Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk to reduce prices of their weight loss drugs, Wegovy and Zepbound. At a vigil this evening for the victims of the UPS plane crash in Louisville, Mayor Greg Greenberg saying the death toll has risen to 13. Tesla shareholders agreeing to a $1 trillion pay package for Elon Musk. This is ABC News.
The Bucks get ready for the Bulls. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Milwaukee Bucks host the Chicago Bulls tomorrow night in their first game for the NBA Cup tournament. The Bucks announced that guard Kevin Porter Jr. underwent knee surgery for an injury he suffered in practice last week. He's expected to be out for at least a month. College basketball, Marquette beat Southern University. Final score 100-82. The Badgers are at home tomorrow night against Northern Illinois. NFL, Packers back at work, and now that Tucker Kraft is out for the season, Luke Musgrave will be the number one tight end.
Yeah, it sucks. We know what kind of energy Tucker brings, and it's tough seeing him go down.
Some games, the ball might only come to you, once or twice.
I'm just focused on, again, just doing my assignment, doing my job, just trying to do everything I can do to help the team win. So whatever that might be, I'm game for.
That's Luke Musgrave with Sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. There is quite an assortment of films opening on the big screen this weekend. Predator: Badlands opens November 7th and brings with it an 89% fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes. The film stars Elle Fanning and is the 9th film in the franchise. Christie stars Sydney Sweeney as boxer Christy Martin and is based on a true story. Tomato reviews are mostly favorable at about 65%. Comedy drama Lost and Found in Cleveland stars Martin Sheen and has been described as Best in Show meets Wizard of Oz. There are just a few reviews in, but so far so good. Drama Nuremberg is about a U.S. Army psychiatrist who squares off psychologically with a Nazi war criminal. The film stars Russell Crowe, who appears not to be missing any meals, and Michael Shannon. The film is pulling a 68% fresh rating. Let's go to all the movies. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Maybe an evening shower, then partly cloudy for tonight, a low in the low 40s. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, slight shower chance, and a high in the mid-50s. Much, much colder this weekend. High temperatures back down into the 30s, even a rain-snow mix possible Saturday. Currently, it's 44 degrees.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
The Maggie Dawn Show.
State Senator Sarah Kieski, I want to talk about campus closures, especially the UW Baraboo closure.
To see these closures keep happening is heartbreaking, and seeing that there's not been an appreciation of not only the importance of this for students, but really recognizing that these are economic drivers in these small rural communities that is having a huge impact.
The award-winning Maggie Dawn Show, weekday afternoons from 4 until 6.
Welcome back. John from the 608 says, sexiest man alive, any confident man secure with his sexuality with a passion for life and oozing fun. Peter, it's certainly not a 5'3" actor that covers 90% of actors. Army Hammer is handsome, but my God, what a POS for the worst reasons. So I'm going to have to disagree with Melissa. Play it safe and go with myself. Melissa is John's wife. Do we miss a text from Melissa?
I don't think so.
Okay. So until she says John is the sexiest,
Yeah.
I'm not going to believe John. Conrad's mom says, I've been watching Dancing with the Stars, and one of the competitors, Dylan Efron, looks great dancing and has a great smile. But your mom stopped short of saying he's the sexiest man alive, probably because she's sitting across from your father. John from the 608 also says, my Melissa, she is brilliant. A brilliant, successful mother, a woman who makes no mistakes and has only warmth and caring and love in her heart, proving my claim. John also says, okay, I'm willing to take a number 2 slot behind Jack Black. The lady caller, that's Cindy, was correct. He's awesome. Wow, great answers tonight. Running the gamut. Matt Miller is here, folks. He's a Milwaukee-based film critic who joins us from time to time to talk movies. And Matt, what did you think of Frankenstein? I have not seen this yet. It's only in theaters for like a week, and I don't think it's a wide release, is it?
No, it is a Netflix one, and we were very lucky in Milwaukee that a few theaters, the Times, the Oriental Theater, and the Avalon still is going to have it this weekend. Netflix barely ever puts their movies in theaters, and when they do, it's almost exclusively out on the coasts and the big cities. They seem to be loosening up a little bit, but only in the name of like prestige projects like a Guillermo del Toro, like a Greta Gerwig, her Narnia movie. Hopefully the new Knives Out movie coming out this month, Wake Up Dead Man. We'll see if that one makes it to screens by us. But luckily got a chance to see it on the big screen, Frankenstein. I liked it. It's like a lot of Guillermo del Toro movies for me, where I wanted to love it. I wanted to walk out and be like, my God, it's incredible. I love how much passion he has for monsters, for these very cinematic creations, for production design. I love that kind of stuff. I love his approach to Frankenstein, which is in theme with Roofman, which is a movie. It is a movie about bad dads. It's a movie about generational, drama and, dads passing on their flaws and anxieties down to their kids. And I really like that kind of approach to the story. But it just kind of ends up becoming a little bit of a story grab bag. And I like the movie a lot, but like, it kind of gets lost in some cul-de-sacs in terms of like what it's about, and it kind of gets a little bloated. And the structure is interesting, but it also results in some like odd kind of like it just doesn't pace great in some cases. And there's also some stuff. I love Guillermo del Toro, great visual director, but there's some stuff that kind of looks crummy in the movie. And I don't know if it's a Netflix thing where Netflix has certain demands for what types of cameras that you generally have to use with them. That, I'm not sure if maybe there was some of that. I don't know if, he was working with CGI in a few shots, but there's just some of the stuff that doesn't look as good as kind of Guillermo del Toro's best stuff can be. His Pan's Labyrinth, his Shape of Waters. But it's very much worth your while. It's nice seeing Oscar Isaac out of Star Wars jail.
Yeah.
Jacob Elordi is it's weird to think that Oscar Isaac has been stuck in franchise mode for so many years, and now like it's so nice to see him get to be interesting in a movie again.
Really good actor. Yeah.
Jacob Elordi is a really good young actor. A lot of people, he got to start kind of on the HBO show, the one with Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney, Euphoria.
Yeah.
And I think I was kind of like, okay, who's this 27-year-old playing a high schooler on the HBO show? But he's genuinely a really good actor. Between Priscilla, Saltburn, and now Frankenstein, he's got the goods. I'm excited to see what he does next.
Nice. You seem to really like this movie. It was just an accident. I'm not familiar with it. Can you tell us about that one?
Yeah, this is the new Jafar Panahi movie. He is an Iranian director. He's made some really tremendous films. He made This Is Not a Film when the Iranian government banned him from making movies. Their government wouldn't let him make movies that were critical of the government, of society. And he kept making movies in secret in Iran. And now this is his latest. It's called It Was Just an Accident. Maybe his most approachable movie. Which is going to sound funny when I say the plot of it. It's about a guy who comes upon a guy who tortured him during some of the regime's eras, and he decides he's going to get revenge on him, but he's not sure if he's the guy officially. So he goes around traveling around the city, finding other people who were in prison with him, who were imprisoned by the regime, and is like, can you confirm that this is the guy who was torturing us in prison? And
Wow.
I know that sounds super lighthearted, fun. It's a musical. No, it has kind of like a Coen Brothers dark comedy kind of energy to it in some places. It's still an Iranian movie. It's very kind of slower paced. It is about existential and philosophical debates. But I really liked that. That's a really great movie worth checking out. That's at the Oriental Theater right now. Hopefully it gets some Oscar buzz, but I will say it is currently being released by Neon, and Neon has like 70 movies it's trying to get Oscars this year. And when that happens, certain movies tend to fall by the wayside, and I'm nervous this one might be. But it's a really great movie, and it's the best ending of a movie you will see this year without spoiling anything. Just the kind of ending that you just like go out of the theater and you're like, that's cinema, baby.
Nice. Matt Miller is my guest. He is a Milwaukee-based film critic, and we are talking movies like we love to do with Matt. Where do we go here, Matt? I want to ask you, here's what I'm excited to see. And I mean, not typically, these kind of movies don't get me really charged typically, but Predator Badlands.
Yeah.
This franchise, because of this director, Noah Trachtenberg?
Dan Trachtenberg.
Dan Trachtenberg. The last three movies, Prey, it was an animated Predator that came out earlier this year, and this have all reviewed. This is getting a 95% critics on Rotten Tomatoes. The trailer looks amazing. I'm actually excited to see this movie, and I cannot believe this is like the 9th movie. And usually when a franchise makes a 9th movie, there's some dogs in there, and maybe there are in this franchise, but I'm excited to see that. Have you heard anything good about it?
I've heard really good things. I do really like Dan Trachtenberg as a director. As you said, he came to the franchise with Prey, which was released on Hulu and a Hulu exclusive. It's great. If you haven't seen Prey, it's basically what if Native Americans came across a predator. It's a great premise for a movie. And then if you like that, you'll love the animated one you were talking about as well, Predator Killer of Killers. Even if you're like not an animation person, it's such a great premise because it is 3 short stories of like just a predator showing up in different periods of time. So one is like Vikings, one is World War II. I forget what I think the third one might be the samurai era in Japan. And it's just they're great and they're really fun, really thrilling, gory, bloody action. And I'm really excited to see what he does with Predator Badlands. I think it's a really fun premise to kind of, be with this like rookie predator on like this like prove it mission, and you've got a robot Elle Fanning along with him. It looks really fun. I know some people are a little scared off by the fact that it's PG-13. Predator, generally an R-rated franchise, but I think mainly it's going to be PG-13 because it is a movie about there's not a lot of people in it. It's monsters. It's him fighting monsters. And the MPAA will let you do whatever you want to monsters. If they bleed purple or green or anything other than red, the MPAA will just let you go hog wild on murdering monsters. So I think it's still going to give people, the kind of the bloodlust thrills that the Predator franchise offers. But he's also a really smart director who's taking this franchise in really interesting directions. He's not doing the Alien Romulus route of playing the best hits, playing stuff you've seen before. It seems like he really wants to try some different things with this franchise.
I'm glad I know that because the PG-13, it wouldn't have scared me off. I still would have seen it based on the reviews, but that's just kind of like I didn't like that the first Jurassic Park was PG-13. I'm like, come on, I want to be scared. You have dinosaurs. Let's do this. But that's interesting what you say, that there's no real, I don't know, that I'm very intrigued by this film.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We're in a real cool dad mode of the Hollywood schedule right now, where you've got Predator Badlands coming out this weekend. Next weekend is the Running Man remake, which looks really good. You've got Nuremberg out this weekend, which is like a classic like dad's history movie. Like, Hollywood is desperately trying to get audiences 45 and older back into theaters because that is the audience that has stopped going. And hopefully stuff like Predator, stuff like The Running Man, stuff like Regretting You, the Colleen Hoover movie, the romance movie that came out last month. Hopefully stuff like that can remind older audiences that, A, there is stuff in theaters for them, and a lot of it's really good and fun to see in a theater.
I agree, and it's interesting you say that because this month alone, or this weekend, There's like 4 films opening. They're all reviewing well and all kind of different genres. And it's like, oh my God, there's no, well, I guess Predator is a franchise film, but there's this movie with Martin Sheen called Lost and Found in Cleveland.
Yep.
And like you just said, Nuremberg, Russell Crowe, Michael Shannon, love it. So, and Christie, I don't know how that film is with Sydney Sweeney as a boxer. You know, it's reviewing fairly well. It's a true story.
I've heard it's a people pleaser. For those who
Yeah.
don't know, it's about a female boxer in the 90s, I believe, kind of groundbreaking great female boxer. Like you said, Sydney Sweeney getting a little bit of awards buzz. It's directed by David Michaud, who directed the Australian Animal Kingdom crime movie, which is a great movie. If you haven't seen Animal Kingdom, not the TNT TV show, but the original one that like brought Ben Mendelsohn and Joel Edgerton to the mainstream.
Oh, yeah.
Really great movie. He's kind of fallen off a little bit since then, but I'm interested to see what he does with a boxing movie, which honestly, boxing is just a great cinematic genre. So hopefully you got to really screw it up to botch it.
But interesting what you say about the dads. Like all these movies are appealing to the demographic you just mentioned, and I love this. I don't want to go, I live in a small town and we are just peppered with the franchises and superheroes. And it's like, I got to drive 60 miles to see a decent movie sometimes.
Well, they just don't market a lot of these movies that much. I mean, do people know Nuremberg is coming out this week? And did people know Springsteen was coming out 2 weeks ago? Judging by the box office numbers, doesn't look like it.
No.
I think Hollywood's forgotten how to sell these movies to their audiences. It's a little frustrating.
It's interesting. I saw the Springsteen movie today. It's kind of a conundrum a little bit because you have one of the most charismatic performers ever, one of the biggest stars in the world, but the movie does not match that charisma. It's about a dark time in his life, and it's good. I liked it, but I've got some issues with it, but I overall really liked it.
Are you telling me Scott Cooper made an overly serious one-note drama? I can't believe that writer-director would do that. That doesn't sound like him at all.
Well, what I wanted to ask you, we've got about a minute before we do a very short break, but Jeremy Strong is excellent as his manager, John Landau. Have you heard any Oscar buzz around him?
I haven't heard much Oscar buzz around him, and the fact that the movie has done pretty poorly at the box office, not that box office means everything,
right?
But when there's not a lot of buzz around your movie and when the buzz around it is kind of negative, it makes it really hard to get people excited to vote for your movie come award season. And the actor categories, I think it is kind of a weird year when it comes to award season right now, where there hasn't been the big Honora this season. There hasn't been the big Oppenheimer. There hasn't been the big Everything Everywhere All at Once. There's no movie that people are pointing to and being like, that's it. That's the festival season movie that's going to be the Oscar contender. So it's kind of all up in the air right now, which is really exciting. It means a lot of stuff in the conversation.
Well said. All right, we're coming back. We'll have a couple more minutes with Matt after a very short break. This is Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Don't check your age at the door. In the basement, down in the basement. A barracuda in Jack till your feet get sore.
Great workout, huh? Hey, do you want to grab some lunch?
I'd love to, but I'm doing one of those detoxes, so I'm only allowed to drink this green stuff all day.
Actually, I'm doing a detox too, but I don't have to drink that.
Wait, what? What detox are you on?
It's called Active Liver, and it's a natural tablet with herbs that support my liver and help me detox daily, all year long. No special diets, no prescription required, no starvation, and no green stuff. I'm feeling amazing, sleeping better, and have so much more energy. And my digestion's never been better.
Active Liver, huh? I'm gonna pick some up right now, on our way to lunch.
We ask a lot of our liver, so give it the support it deserves with an easy daily detox from Active Liver. Made with natural ingredients like turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke, Active Liver helps cleanse and protect your liver so you feel less bloated and more energized. Find Active Liver online at Amazon, Vitacost.com, or iHerb.com. Or pick it up today at CVS, Meijer Grocery, or ShopRite. When your liver is happy, your body is happy. Enjoy life to the fullest with Active Liver.
Hey, it's Amanda, and we all know that Northeast Wisconsin has some of the best events around, but trying to find them all can be tricky. So here at WGBW, we decided to do the work for you. Prevent boredom on any night by going to WGBW.fm and click events in the top right corner. You'll never have to spend forever scrolling to find out what's going on in your area. And if you got an event to share, hit us up by emailing info@WGBW.fm, bringing you local news and timeless hits while giving you the 411 on what's happening in New Wisco.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
The Maggie Dawn Show.
State Senator Sarah Kieski, I want to talk about campus closures, especially the UW Baraboo closure.
To see these closures keep happening is heartbreaking, and seeing that there's not been an appreciation of not only the importance of this for students, but really recognizing that these are economic drivers in these small rural communities that is having a huge impact.
The award-winning Maggie Dawn Show. Weekday afternoons from 4 until 6.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor.
Thursday night edition of Nightlight. I am Pete Schwaba. Great to have you with me. This is the subject of Malort. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. The booze from Chicago, Malort, that is supposed to be. You know it, Matt? Have you tasted it?
Oh, I have drank a Malort. You don't forget it.
Yes.
When you Google it, a lot of fun stuff comes up, like is Malort a hallucinogenic? Why would anyone drink Malort? Who actually drinks Malort? But Dave on the stream says, my daughter lived in Bolingbrook. I asked her to get a bottle of Malort. The dude in the liquor store asked, who pissed you off? And then he says, Malort, when your mouth gets kicked in the balls. Okay. Joe on the stream says, Jason Sudeikis with the Ted Lasso colossal stash is his vote for sexiest man alive. And then we've got one more here on the stream or on the text line. Anna from Madison says, Pete, please ask Matt if he saw Song Sung Blue with Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson. I don't think that's out. Has it been made available to critics yet?
Not yet. That'll be Christmas. I think it had some festival screenings out in New York. I want to say it was maybe like a Tribeca or a New York Film Festival debut, but I believe that comes out wide this Christmas. Obviously, Wisconsin's very excited about the local ties to the subject, but I know there's a little bit of buzz around it too, because it is two kind of overdue actors. You have Hugh Jackman, who hasn't really been in the Oscar conversation for a while, and obviously Kate Hudson fell off the map. She was, you know, a Hollywood darling, and then she made a bunch of bad movies, and then Hollywood stopped making romantic comedies. So I think there's some good narratives there if that movie is good, if it has the reviews, if it has the box office that people get excited about. It could be kind of the greatest showman of this year, where it's the surprise kind of hit of the holiday season.
I am way more excited about that movie than I should be, just because of the Wisconsin ties, yes, but also
you love Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond. Absolutely, I love Neil Diamond. And now I'm in this weird thing where I'm at the gym and I look for Neil Diamond covers by other famous, like Solitary Man by Chris Isaak or Johnny Cash. Just the guy. I love Neil Diamond. We got a couple minutes left, Matt. Thank you for the text, by the way, Anna. You said you saw The Hand That Rocks the Cradle for the first time, and I remember seeing that and being really kind of weirded out too. But what you said, it's casually bazonkers. what were you thinking about that movie?
So there's a remake on Hulu now, and I had never seen the original, so I was like, oh, I want to do my due diligence, see the original 1992 movie. And it's just funny how you'll watch a movie from the 80s or 90s, and it'll just casually be the most demented thing you'll ever see. And it's just, you watch that movie, and it's like you've got a very problematic Ernie Hudson performance. You've got like the opening of the movie is his performance, which is not the kind of performance we do anymore. Someone getting sexually assaulted, a pregnant woman getting sexually assaulted at the doctor killing himself, his wife having a miscarriage and going crazy. That's the first 5 minutes of a hit blockbuster movie from 1992.
And it was rated PG.
No, that would have to be a little earlier. But it's just nuts that like this movie was a massive hit. And I'll be honest, you watch it and it is nonsense. It is a very tasteless movie, in case all of that stuff I said. But it's directed by Curtis Hanson, who's a very good director.
Oh, yeah.
He did LA Confidential. He
Love
did In Your
him.
Shoes. And so there's a little bit more care to the movie than the material does not deserve any care whatsoever. It is bad Lifetime schlock. But it is somehow, I think he really invests just a little bit more in the characters and the performances than you would expect. And then you've got really good lead performance from Rebecca De Mornay, who plays crazy extremely well in that movie.
She does, yeah.
And then you realize that the sassy best friend in the movie is Julianne Moore. It's a weird, it's such a strange movie. I like went to work the next day and was like, I need to tell people about The Hand That Rocks the Cradles because it is bazonkers. It is just so crazy that they made this movie and that it was a hit, that Hollywood was like, this is great. And then 25, 30 years later, they were like, we should do it again.
Have you seen the new one? Is it just as crazy?
I haven't gotten to see the new one yet. I am interested to see it. It's got a really good cast. Micah Monroe, who people probably recognize from Longlegs. And then Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who was Ramona Flowers in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Two really talented actresses. And the director, I don't know her name offhand, but she directed a really great Spanish language horror movie called Huesera the Bone Woman. It played at the Milwaukee Film Festival about 2-3 years ago. If you like kind of creepy ghost story, if you like stuff like The Babadook and those kind of like creepy, haunted kind of creature movies, really enjoy that movie. Very much worth a post-Halloween kind of horror movie checkout. Huesera with an H at the beginning. So this movie's got a really good pedigree. I'm kind of interested to see this remake and to see if it is any inch as bazonkers as the original Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Love the word bazonkers. The director is Michelle Garza. I just looked it up. Michelle Garza Cervera?
Yeah, I believe.
Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It might be. I believe it's South American. The movie. It might be Brazilian, Spanish language. But really, really worth your while checking that out if you like that kind of A24 neon indie horror kind of vibe.
Outstanding, great stuff, Matt. As always, pal. And I look forward to next time.
We're getting to blockbuster season. Nothing came out in October, and we finally have movies to see again. Hopefully,
we'll do a holiday preview next and some more Oscar talk too. Thanks so much, buddy.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely. Thanks for having me, Pete.
Always. That's Matt Miller. Check out Matt's work at his Substack, Milwaukee-based film critic. He does great work. Tomorrow night on Nightlight, comedian Tim Wacko will be here talking about a show he's going to do in Port Washington, and it is a bar band Friday night. So Terry Barr will be here. You know Terry Barr's work, right, Conrad?
I'm familiar.
Go get a sandwich and make sure they put extra love in it.
What if I say it this time?
Well, if you encourage him, you're asking for trouble.
Please put extra love with this one.
Do me a favor. I'll slip you a couple bucks. Just put some extra love in there.
We're like... Well, there's like 8 ingredients. Which ingredient do you want more of?
You don't want to leave that up for interpretation. Folks, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Trevor Klumpner and Matt Miller and all your texts and calls. Always fun when you guys participate. On behalf of the lovable producer Conrad, I'm Pete Schwaba saying good night, Wisconsin.
Here we are, no one else. We walk to school all by ourselves. There's dirt on our uniforms from chasing all the ants and